Let me ask you a quick question. What if everyone stops working here, and how would your money support for rest of your life? The obvious answer is the financial freedom. Talks such as returns, compounding, cryptocurrency, investing, saving, CAGR, all these terminologies where, since I was from tier 4 city, all these conversations were hyper technical to me. So slowly, after certain few interactions with them, I learned these are something of financial literacy which I have not been exposed to. As I grew and did multiple meetings with them, I recalled that they have been exposed to financial literacy at the earlier education during the school time. What I learned is that in India, even though we are excelling at academic level, but we are yet not exposed to financial literacy, which means that during our early age, we are not aware of doing small savings, early investing, compounding. We don't have an idea. While other students were chasing their dream job, I thought that there is a gap that needs to be bridged, especially in the cities where I come from, since our chunk of our population is from tier 3 and tier 4 cities. I realized that at some point of life, it can be a business opportunity to bridge gap in the society where people would be literate. They can educate their children or themselves, invest early, then invest, earn wisely, and live freely. So we were not aware of these instruments. During my work, I excelled in my work, and I managed to do some savings. During those time, I didn't realize that at some point these savings can be so big. Every 4 to 10 years, there is a financial disruption in the world with one way or another. There are financial disruptions in the various parts of the world. In 1992, there was a financial scam in the country, in the equity market, due to which the entire country got collapsed. People lost jobs, people lost their businesses, the entire supply chain got disrupted. During this, if we go in 1999, there was another crisis in the world, Y2K bubble, where all the IT people, IT jobs, everything got messed up. People got jobless. Again, there was a financial mismanagement, supply chain disrupted, everything. Since the world is, if something happens in one part of the world, same thing carries away to the entire part of the world, and there is a complete disruption. Then 2007 Lehman Brothers crisis, that's when the subprime mortgage issue came up. And then thereafter, the mega of all is COVID. During COVID, everyone went clueless. No one has an idea what to do, how it will finish. People, I would say, each and every problem definitely connects back to the finance. People lost their jobs, people were struggling to get basic food items. At that point, when everyone was struggling, I looked at whatever I earned during my past 11 years of solar working. I realized whatever the savings I have done. So this is where I got connected back to my school idea to educate people. Even though I did not do any fancy investments, I didn't chase any fast moving stocks. I didn't do anything extraordinary. But the only savings that I did from my savings at the time of while I was running my solar business was in bonds, in equity, in mutual funds, and various financial instruments which are very generic and not extraordinary. But all those investments that I did at the time of my saving went mega numbers. I didn't even believe those exponential growth. As Warren Buffett said, the eighth wonder of the world is compounding. So if you leave your money parked in financial instruments provided certified by our regulatories, they, even if you invest early at a small number, those numbers turns out to be magnificent. I'm also connecting it with the current scenario of India, why we should be the part of the India growth story. Everyone knows earlier, if we go back, say 15 years or maybe 2 decades back, we see that India was just another country next to Pakistan, next to Bangladesh, next to China. We were never recognized as a world emerging power. But with the reforms made in the country from last decade and a half, I realize that there is a huge opportunity in the country, as country is providing world end solution of alternate to China. So if you see the financial reform made, world think that India is going to be the next power. So the inclination of the world is towards India. So if India is getting bigger, how can we participate in it? We don't need to be, for example, I want to be partner with Reliance. Obviously, answer is how would Reliance partner? But you can definitely become a partner through a shareholder. Even if you think Reliance is going big, let's buy small share of Reliance. So I'm not quoting to buy a Reliance share, but having said that, you need to look, identify all those opportunities surrounding nearby you. You'll identify how things are changing, how the patterns are changing, how society is evolving. So you need to identify the growing things around you. All those growing things, you can get partnered with them by buying their equity shares. So this equity shares, you become a principal shareholder in the company, you become a partner. So if you look at large, India currently is sitting at a GDP of 6 trillion. Whereas if we aim, what are the current statistics says that India will reach to 40 trillion by 2050, which means that India is going to be 8 times more than whatever it has been constructed in past number of years. That next 25 years India will be 8 times from here, which means that India is going to get revamped in all the structures. So we need to identify various business structures, various business models, various financial propositions, various financial instruments that are in line with this developing of India. So basically, we want to be part of the business India's growth story. So I would say it is, let's make it very simple. Investing is very simple, very clear. There are so many models available in the market. Financial products are there, mutual funds are there. So we can opt any of these, but will be part of India's story. As if India is growing, India is growing, we can definitely, even from tier 3, tier 4, anywhere you are there, you can be the participant of the growth story. So let's make our generation earn wisely and spend wisely and invest wisely. What I have learned here is people are unaware of this pattern, while people are into earn, spend, and then save. Let's go back to the original structure where earn, invest, and then spend. And let's grow with the country. Let's invest early, earn wise, and invest into the growing India. Thank you.